congrats on the win. How did it feel to be back after a short break on the court?
It always feels good to take a break. We were down like a week, so kind of just missed playing. Especially for me. I had that long 4-month break, so just glad to get back on the floor. Glad to get back in front of our fans. It's a unique situation. We don't have our normal team. We only have 4 imports that can play. So the team looks a little different right now, but we're adjusted and learning how to just play without them. And I think it was a good win for us tonight.
You have a new player also on the team, Trophy. How did you see his performance and how big is he for you guys?
Good. I mean, his performance was great. He came out with a lot of energy. For us, he's more like a vet. He communicates well. He's very vocal. Like I said, we need an energy guy like that. A guy with experience that can, teach the younger guys, teach myself. I mean, I'm not that old, and I'm also not that, experienced with being in Europe, with only being my second year. But just, hearing what he has to say, seeing him lead by example with just his energy and the way he plays on defense, offense, it's huge for us. And on top of that, he's a fan favorite.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. He has a special connection with the fans. So how important it is to have another guy like yourself, maybe, because we know you also have a special connection with the fans, to have a guy like that?
They started, clapping, before his name was even called. That's dope. I think that's amazing. He played here before, so to see the energy and the love he gets after returning, I think is huge. I mean, I feel like every player should get to experience that at least once. But, man, it's big having him. Even from his first day, he's eager to learn the plays. He's eager to learn, our system. It's a bunch of guys he haven't, been on the team with before. So learning our style and adjusting, he's been, pretty impressive. Like I said, he one of the first guys here for practice, lifting, shooting. So it's amazing to see, especially with me. Like I feel like I'm one of those guys too that's here first. To see him in there, see him working and improving, and like I said, eager to learn us is huge for the team.
And how was the break for you? You said you didn't like having another break probably, but did you maybe have a chance to travel somewhere, spend a few years?
I traveled to London for a little bit, just to change the scenery. Like I said, man, when I was hurt, I wasn't able to travel anywhere. And then all the nice cities, I missed those. I didn't get to go to Milan, Monaco, and all that stuff. So just to get away for a little bit, do a little shopping, going out to eat and stuff like that. Just getting some fresh air, and it was amazing. But, now I'm back. We have 2 major goals left for this season. We want to win this playoffs, and, of course, we want to win our league as well. So a lot more work to do.
Speaking about those goals, so you know your opponent in the Adriatic League, a big boss now. So how do you start thinking about that?
A little bit. For me, it's approach every game the same. The regular season doesn't matter anymore. It's the playoffs, man. Everybody's going to be ready to compete. Everybody's going to want to win. So just respect everybody. Respect everybody's grind and their competitiveness. And for us, man, we just got to keep being us. Stay locked in, trust one another, and just play how we've been playing. I mean, I think we've been playing pretty well, so that'll be good for us.
Tell me about the individual accolades. Your guys had Dwayne is the top scorer of the league. Isaac is the best defender. So how do you feel about that?
I'm happy for him. Wash, he's been out, the past few months. So to see him win that, it's good for him. I'm extremely happy for him. And Bunga, it wasn't no surprise for me. Man, he's an elite defender. He's an incredible player. So congrats to both of them, and congrats to Izzy for going back-to-back.